Hello and welcome to another installment of Jarvis the Dashboard Guide. Today we're going to be looking at some of our private dashboards. These are dashboards that are on our Tableau server here at WT. They require a login, and each dashboard actually requires permissions for individual users to use them. Today we're going to be looking at our retention dashboard. This is a dashboard that tracks the success of our incoming first-time in college students, traditionally known as the freshman cohort. Okay, we're looking at our website. This is our institutional effectiveness website. If I go to the dashboards navigation over here on the left, you see all of our public dashboards. Those are dashboards that you don't have to have a login for that are available to the public. These are private dashboards, the retention dashboards that we're going to be looking at today. And if I click on that, you're going to get a login screen. This is where you're going to use your normal university credentials to log in to the server. Okay, here is our fall to fall retention dashboard. This is for first-time full-time degree-seeking undergraduates. Traditionally, this is known as the freshman cohort. From the dashboard, you can see the number of students that were retained, the number of students that weren't retained. You can also see down here the calculations of what percentages were retained for each fall. You can see that this is the year the cohort came in, fall of 17. There are lots of semesters available going all the way back to 2009 if you want to go back and look that far. Once you're looking at the dashboard, this is just what would be the overall retention rate for those years. You can go in and start to use the filters over here on the right to play with that data and see how it changes if you look at just females. The females retention rate, you can see we had that big dip here in 2020 for COVID, but if you look, the retention rate fall to fall for females tends to be better than males. All right, I'm going to go back and change that to all, so we're looking at everybody. That's the retention rates for everyone. You can also go in and look at the major by department if you wanted to look at see how people coming into accounting, economics, and finance, for example, did compared to those for the university as a whole. You can see the numbers are much smaller, of course, because these are the students' majors as they come in, something within that department. You can see the numbers of the students. You can see the retention rates down here. If you wanted to change that back to all or look at another, you simply just unclick it and select another one. We can look at communications. I'm going to go back and change that to all. We can do the same thing with regard to the college. If you wanted to look at retention rates for a specific college, you could do that to compare yourself to the university as a whole. I would have to say that this is based on the major of the student as they come in. As we all know, students will change their majors from time to time over the course of their time here on campus. But that is the major they select when they come in. I'm going to go ahead and change that back. Have some other filters here. First gen, yes or no, whether or not they're first gen or not. Race and ethnicity is another filter that we have. Whether the students were eligible for Pell upon entry that first semester, yes or no. I can also say that you can use these filters together. So in other words, if you wanted to look at males that received Pell, for example, you refine the dashboard to that level. You have to be careful when you're looking at this because, as I said, you have to go back and reset these filters so that you know what you're looking at. So make sure to keep an eye on those. Same thing with first gen. If we want to look at first gen females and see how they did compared to males, that information is available in the dashboard. Said we have this for multiple years. If I do all, bars get really small, but you can look at it longitudinally that way.